on that rooster. Just one look, now that poor cluck, his goose is cooked. The cow, the owl, and the waterfowl moo and hoo and squawk. Some birds with a feather shouldn't flock together like the goose and the big red cock. Like the goose and the big red cock. Like the goose and the big red cock. Like the goose and the big red.
Howdy ho, boys and girls. It's your old pal Van, and I'm coming to you from West Texas, where currently I'm crawling through hell with gasoline underwear on. Let's see what we can get into today, shall we? Well, folks, looks like we're going to start our day here in Big Bend National Park in the Chisos Basin, surrounded by the Chisos Mountains. Doesn't matter how we get here. Doesn't matter why we ended up here. It just matters that somehow this is what it is. So what if the van's on its last leg? So what if it's 100 degrees outside? So what if I got no ice and barely any food left and I'm miles away from the nearest store? So what if there's an overheating problem and I have no kind of fluids, no kind of coolant to put in the van? So what? There's still something very special I want you to see. As a wise man once said, it ain't Ezos being Chisos. All right, folks. So, I'm heading down what's known as the window trail. Oh, look at this. That's a great sign. Excellent. Black bears, mountain lions. Can't be any worse than the way my day has went so far. So, the window trail, as I've been told, leads down to a water runoff. And what I mean by water runoff is if you're at the bottom of a waterfall and you look up to the top of the waterfall, where the waterfall starts, that would be the water runoff. During this time of year, where there's no rain, there's no worry about getting washed away or sent over the top of the falls, because there ain't no water. It's going to be quite a hike. The problem with the down is, the further you go down, you always end up having to come back up. It's over 100 degrees now, approaching 106 right now, but it's a dry heat. It's tolerable. The path has a lot of shade on it, and the view is spectacular. Just need to remember to bring and drink a lot of agua. All right, I figure I'm probably about 1.75 miles, right around there, 2 miles down, and I still have not hit the bottom. And I figured I probably have descended maybe 500 feet or so from where I started, and it is pretty steep and pretty rough in some areas, though the path is developed and it looks well traveled, so I'm sure people are up and down this all the time, and my chances of survival are good. The one issue that I'm having more than any, shade coming. The one issue I'm having more than any is, for some reason, here on the mainland of the United States of America, in the South, every giant ass horsefly within 10 miles can pick me up on their radar and fly over here to try and take a piece out of your old van buddy's ass. And it doesn't matter, man. I talked about this in an earlier video. No matter how much poison I apply to my body, I'm going to bed at night, and when the sun goes down, I look at myself and I'm glowing in the dark. It doesn't seem to matter. They don't seem to be affected whatsoever. I grabbed me some shade. I think I'm going to take a little respite here for a few minutes. Like I was saying before, the one thing that worries me is I'm a good 2 miles in, and it's been all downhill. And before I got to this point, it's been all dead in the sun. I can look around and I can feel like I'm getting pretty near the bottom. Hopefully I'm getting pretty near the bottom, but it's going to be one whale of a trip back up, because the trail, like I said, going up and down is completely exposed and there's no way around it. let's hope your old van buddy can survive. All right, so now I figure I'm about 2.5 miles just down the road. The last bit had a nice amount of shade to it. Was kind of level. I feel like I'm getting closer to the bottom, but I wanted to take a moment just to have you look around to see what I'm seeing. This is absolutely spectacular. As the saying goes, the Chisos is the bee's kneesos. Yeah, I am definitely getting near the bottom. This is what I'm looking at all around me. I started way back up there, and the decline has gotten a lot less steady. It seems a little bit more even path. I heard there's a bit of a scramble when you get to the end to actually get to the window, as they call it. But it's definitely getting a little bit easier here. I know there must be a little kind of crevice in between these rocks around this corner. You can see over here the old riverbed that is it's dried up as an old lady's crotch. Though I would suspect it probably gets during the wintertime. I know they get some snow up on top, so they probably get some runoff from the snow. Let's see what's around here. Yeah, I mean, this is just unbelievable, man. Like, it does not seem like some jackass like me should be coming through here and experiencing all this. But you can too. I mean, look at me. Please. If I can come down here and not kill myself or look like an idiot so far, just like that. So far, you can too. Why not? Well, now this is just cool. I don't know if it'll show up on the video, but there's this cool little pass I'm walking up on, in between a hill and the mountainside here. You can take a look here, and then it kind of drops down in between here. It's nice and cool, thank God. I think I'm gonna sit down and take a drink of water. But definitely, Chisos is in the Chisos. Cool. Van Lawnchair is a vagabond champion. Like and subscribe. Now betting third, Manny Moto. Looks like I've gotten damn near to the bottom. And I know it's just a few hundred yards more, but this is what my old ass knees are facing. Yikes. I mean, it's developed. They have nice little steps all the way down. This better be what I want it to be. I gotta tell you, if the first step don't kill you, the fall definitely will. Folks, I have made it. I dropped my pack a little ways back up there in some of my equipment, and the window is exactly what I thought it was. Now, let me explain this to you. So I had seen a picture that somebody else had posted about the window, and most people kind of stop up there, but rather than doing so, I shimmied all the way down here because the photo that I had seen didn't look like a window at all to me. And I felt like if I came down here and I got to just the right angle, I would discover this look. No longer shall this be known as the window. It shall always be known as the buttocks vagina. Whose buttocks vagina? Well, that's yet to be determined. Hopefully not mine. And now, in this corner, weighing in at a fluffy 175 pounds, the WBO, IBF, ABC, UFC, WBA, NBC, KLX, champion rankator of the world, Van, soft as a pillow, Lawnchair. Well, folks, as all things do, this amazing adventure has come to an end. Now, if you want to see more spectacular history being made, please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be aware whenever there's new content to behold with your own eyes. So, I'm more than happy to have shared this historical event and allowed you to reclaim the window, which shall forever be known as the window v Buttocks. Thanks for watching. Later.
Oh, the poultry pack, there's nothing left but bones and feathers and a bloody mess. So the moral is, careful what you do, 'cause the status quo gonna turn on you. The cow, the owl, and the waterfowl, moo and hoo and squawk. Some birds of a feather shouldn't flock together like the goose and the big red cock, like the goose and the big red cock.